Welcome back to the deep dive. Today we're jumping into Twistytail Meadow. There's this story, The Magical Egg Swap.
Mm-hmm.
We've got some bits from it focusing on, well, an Easter egg situation that got a bit scrambled.
Scrambled is a good word for it.
Yeah. And our mission today really is to look beyond the cute bunny story and maybe pull out some insights, especially about handling things when they don't go as planned. I know that's something you find quite interesting.
Absolutely. It's always fascinating how these simple narratives can actually mirror bigger things about how we react to, well, disruption.
So the story centers on Wiggles the wand-waving bunny.
That's him. And he has this great idea, really. Wants to use magic to personalize the Easter eggs. You
Like,
make them special for each bunny.
a lovely intention. But uh-oh, magic, it doesn't quite work out. He messes up the spell, maybe held the book the wrong way up or something.
Exactly. Something like that. The story suggests maybe a bit flustered, upside-down spell book. And the result is, well, chaos the next morning.
Okay, paint the picture. What kind of chaos?
Well, you've got Benny the Ballerina Bunny, opens his egg, expecting, I don't know, ballet slippers,
Something delicate, yeah.
and he gets mud pies and monster truck stickers.
Oh, dear. Not very ballerina-like.
Not at all. Then there's Gertie the Grumpy Bunny. She ends up with, get this, a tutu and glitter slime.
Glitter slime. Oh, I bet she loved that.
Probably tied outwardly.
Ah.
And Tiny Tim, expecting maybe a tasty treat,
Yeah.
gets a live parrot that sings.
A singing parrot. Okay, so it's noisy, it's messy, it's confusing. Total mix-up.
You can just imagine the scene. Squawking, confused bunnies. An Easter morning emergency, basically.
But this is where it gets interesting, right? Because they don't just, have a collective meltdown.
No, they don't. And that's the turning point. They actually start looking at what they did get. They
Right.
start talking. And then, crucially, swapping.
So instead of focusing on the problem, they jump to a solution, a collaborative one.
Precisely. It's this immediate shift. Okay, this isn't what I wanted, but maybe you want it. It's quite resourceful.
And this swapping leads to some unexpected discoveries, doesn't it?
It really does. That's one of the neat parts of the story.
Like Benny, the ballerina bunny you mentioned. He gets the monster truck sticker.
Yeah, and finds himself actually kind of liking them, intrigued by something totally outside his usual, graceful world.
And Gertie, the grumpy one with the tutu and slime.
Well, the story hints she secretly quite enjoys the glitter slime. Maybe the texture, who knows? But it's something new she wouldn't have chosen.
Huh. Okay. And Tiny Tim and the parrot.
They start interacting. Maybe Tim finds a new friend, or at least something interesting to focus on besides carrots. It pushes them all slightly out of their comfort zones.
So the spell going wrong, the mistake, actually opened up these new little possibilities, serendipity almost.
Exactly. The flawed magic, ironically, acted as a catalyst. It broke down their expectations and forced them to engage with something different.
And eventually, everyone finds something they like through all this trading.
Pretty much. Either they get the egg they might have originally wanted, or they discover they actually quite like the weird thing they ended up with. It sorts itself out through their own actions.
And what about Wiggles, the cause of all this?
Ah, Wiggles. He fixes the spell eventually, a bit sheepishly, I imagine, and he decides maybe magic isn't the best approach for next year.
Oh, what's his plan B?
Extra marshmallows.
Yeah.
Sometimes simple is better.
Uh-huh. Can't argue with extra marshmallows. So, pulling it all together, what are the sort of key lessons we can take away from this little meadow adventure?
Well, I think there are a few clear takeaways for anyone listening. First, mistakes or unexpected events aren't always bad. Sometimes they lead to, happy accidents or surprises.
Okay.
Second, trying new things, even if you're sort of forced into it, can help you discover things you genuinely enjoy, things you'd never have picked otherwise.
Like monster trucks for ballerinas.
Right. And third, maybe the most important, being kind, sharing, being a bit flexible. These things really help smooth things over when stuff goes wrong. Collaboration works.
So the friendship and the way they handled it together was actually more important than getting the perfect magical egg in the first place.
Precisely. The connection, the shared problem solving, that's the real magic, perhaps.
So leaving Twistytail Meadow, the message seems to be don't panic when things get scrambled. Be open, work together. You might find something good in the mix-up.
Yeah, embrace the unexpected. Which leads to a final thought for you to consider. Think about your own life. Have there been times when a mistake, a change of plans, some kind of scrambled egg situation actually led you somewhere interesting or taught you something valuable?
Hmm.
What unexpected discoveries might still be waiting when things don't go exactly according to plan? Something to think about.